Hi everyone. So today CAT 2023 response sheet is out, and what we'll do is nothing but we'll do the QA solutions of slot 3, right? So we'll do all 22 questions. Let's move on to the first question. For a real number x, if 1 by 2 log 2 to the power x minus 9 to the base 3 upon log 4 to the base 3 and base 5, okay, are in AP, then the common difference is. So I know if three terms are in common difference, I mean, are in AP, so their common difference is going to be same. Let's say if one of the term is P, the other is Q, and the third is R. So the difference between P and Q is equals to R minus Q is equals to common difference, which is denoted by D generally. So we need to identify what is that common difference. Now in this case, if we say the value of P is 1 by 2, the value of Q is log 2 to the power x minus 9 to the base this upon, and the value of R is and now let's simplify it so that we'll be able to take a identify a value of common difference. Now for Q, if you look at base is 3. So one of the property of log a to the base p equals, so that's a base changing formula, a to the base c upon b to the base c. So just do the reverse of that, because here c is same, which is 3. So this can also be rewritten as log of 2 to the power x minus 9 to the base 4. Similarly, with the same logic, the value of r can also be rewritten as log of 4 to the base 4 to the power x plus 17 by 2, right? So, and I know p is half, just convert that into also log to the base 4, which can be rewritten as log 2 to the base 4, because I know log a to the b to the power c can also be rewritten as 1 upon c log a to the base b. So with the same logic, this can be written as this, right? So now we know the value of PQR. Since they are in AP, so therefore I can say Q minus P should be equal to R minus Q, or in other word, twice of Q is equals to P plus R. So let's try and write this. Twice of Q is equals to P plus R. P plus R, right? So this 2 will become a power of this. So therefore, log of 2 to the power x minus 9 square, and log a plus b is log a into b, which is log of 4. That's going to be 2 into 2 to the power x plus 17 by 2. And if I compare, I end up getting, let me write it this left. Okay, so this can be rewritten as 2 to the power x minus 9 square is equals to 2 into 2 to the power x plus 17 by 2. Now plug in, putting 2 to the power x is equals to t. So this will become t minus 9 square is equals to 2 into t plus 17 by 2, which can be rewritten as t square minus 18t plus 81 is equals to 2t plus 17. t square minus 20t plus 64 equal to 0, and solving it we end up getting t minus 16 and 4, which gives me t is equals to 4 and 16, which is the value of 2 to the power x, right? So now 2 to the power x is equals to either 4 or 6. Now 2 to the power x equal to 4 is not possible because it will make this value under the log as negative. Hence 2 to the power x has to be equals to 16, which gives me x equal to 4. Now, once I know the value of x is 4, now question says find the value of common difference. That is nothing but I need to calculate what is the value of q minus p. What is the value of q minus p? So q is nothing but this, and I will replace 2 to the power x with 16. So therefore, q minus p is equals to log of 16 minus 9 to the base 4. That's the value of q, minus p is log of 2 to the base 4, which is coming out to be nothing but log of base 4, 7 upon 2, which is option number 3 is the answer to this question. Let's look at question number 2. For some real numbers a and b, the system of equation x plus y equal to 4, a plus 5 into x plus b square minus 15 into y is equal to 8b has infinitely many solutions for x and y, then the maximum possible value of a into b is, right? So two linear equation will have infinite solution if a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 is equals to c1 upon c2, where a1, b1, c1 are the coefficient of x, y, and a constant term for the first equation, and a2, b2, c2 are for second equation respectively. That means if the equations are a1x plus b1y equal to c1 and a2x plus b2y equals to c2. Right. So in this case, one of the equation is x plus y is equals to 4, and the other equation is a plus 5 into x plus b square minus 15 into y is equals to 8b. So going by this, I end up getting 1 upon a plus 5 is equals to 1 upon b square minus 15 is equals to 4 upon 8b. So if we take these two, so I end up getting 1 upon b square minus 15 is equals to 1 upon 2b. Cross multiply, it implies that b square minus 2b minus 15 equal to 0, which gives me b minus 3 into b minus 5 by splitting the middle term. Let me do it. B square minus 5b plus 3b minus 15 equal to 0, which implies b equals to either 5 or minus 3. Right, so two possibilities are there for b. Now, once we know the value of b, let's calculate what is the value of a corresponding to that. So if you take first and third, so 1 upon a plus 5 is equals to 1 upon 2b, which implies a plus 5 equals to 2b or a equals to 2b minus 5. Now, if b is equals to 5, so a will become 2 into 5 minus 5, which is equals to 5, if b is 5. And a will become 2 into minus 3 minus 5, that is equals to minus 11. This is if b equal to minus 3. So I know the value of a is 5 when b is 5 and a is minus 11 when b is minus 3. Now question says we need to maximize ab. So in the first case, A into B will become 5 into 5, which is 25, while in the second case, A into B will become minus 3 into minus 11, which is the value of B and A, which is coming out with 33. So 33 has the largest magnitude, and therefore option number 2 is my answer. Pretty straightforward. Let's look at question number 3. If x is a positive real number such that x power 8 plus 1 upon x 8 equal to 47, then what is the value of x power 9? Okay, so we'll calculate x power plus 1 upon x first, and then move on to calculate the desired one. Right. So x to the power 8 plus 1 upon x to the power 8 is equals to 47. Right. So it can also be rewritten as x to the power 4 plus 1 upon x to the power 4 whole square. If you do the square of that, a square plus b square plus 2ab will come out with nothing but x to the power 8 plus 1 by x power 8 plus 2 into x power 4 plus this is into 1 per. Okay, so basically let me write it here for better clarity. This can be written as x to the power 8 plus 1 upon x to the power 8 plus 2 into a into b makes it this. So this will be nothing but minus 2 is equals to x power 8 plus 1 upon x power 8. So that means this can be written as minus 2 is equals to 47, which gives me x square plus 1, sorry, x to the power 4 plus 1 upon x to the power 4 to the power 2 is 49, or x to the power 4 plus 1 upon x to the power 4 is 7, because x is a positive real number. Now, again, reiterating the same thing, this can be written as x square plus 1 upon x square minus 2 is equal to 7, which implies x square plus 1 upon x square is equals to square root of 9, which is 3. And from this, if x square plus 1 by x square is equals to 3, we'll calculate what is the value of x plus 1 upon x, extrapolating the same logic. So x square plus 1 upon x square is equals to 3. So x plus 1 upon x whole square minus 2 equals to 3, which gives me x plus 1 upon x equals to root 5. Now we know the value of x plus 1 upon x. Now we'll calculate x cube and then followed by one more cube. So cubic twice in order to get x to the power 9 plus 1 upon x to the power 9. Right. Now cubic both side. So a plus b cube is a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. That means x cube plus 1 upon x cube plus 3x into 1 upon x into x plus 1 upon x, 3ab into a plus b is equals to 5 root 5. So x cube plus 1 upon x cube is plus 3 into root 5, that is 3 root 5 equals to 5 root 5. Hence x cube plus 1 upon x cube is equals to 2 root 5. Now cubic both side again. Now it will become x to the power 9 plus 1 upon x to the power 9 plus 3 into x cube into 1 upon x cube into x plus 1 up x cube plus 1 upon x cube is equals to cube of 2 root 5. So x plus this, simplifying it, 3 into 2 root 5, that is coming out to 6 root 5 is equals to 2 root 5 cube is nothing but 8 into 5 root 5, that is going to be 40 root 5, which gives me x to the power 9 plus 1 upon x to the power 9 is equal to 34 root 5, which is the answer to this question. Let's look at question number 4. Let n and m be two positive integers such that there are exactly 41 integers greater than a to the power m and less than a to the power n, which can be expressed as the power of 2, the smallest possible value of n plus m. So we are looking out for exactly 41 integers of the type 2 to the power a, which can be expressed between a to the power m and a to the power n. So basically a to the power m some number, a to the power n some number, and we want exactly 41 integers of 2 to the power something, right? So a to the power m can be rewritten as 2 to the power 3m, and this is called 2 to the power 3n. Now we are looking out for an integer which is between 2 to the power 3m and 2 to the power 3n and of the type 2 to the power some power, which is a natural number, right? So we can see that the next number which is greater than 2 to the power 3m and of the type 2 to the power something will be 2 to the power 3m plus 1. Then the next will be 2 to the power 3m plus 2. So 2 to the power 3m plus 1 is the number which is double of 2 to the power 3m, that means greater than this, and are the least possible after 2 to the power 3m, which can be represented in the form of 2 to the power some natural number, and so on and so forth. Since we want 41 in between, so it will go till 41. So these are the 41 numbers which are of the power 2 to the power something and greater than 2 to the power 3m but less than 2 to the power 3n, right? So now we are looking out for a minimum possible value of n plus m. So we want n to be minimum, m to be minimum. So therefore, what I want is nothing but the next number post this 2 to the power 3m plus 41 should be this. Hence we can say 2 to the power 3m plus 42, which is the next number to this, that should be equal to 2 to the power 3n. Or I end up getting 3m plus 42 is equals to 3n. Right. Now, since we are looking out for a minimum value of m and n, and I know n is greater than m, so positive integer, the smallest value which can be given to m will be equals to 1. So if m is equals to 1, in that case, 3 plus 42 is equals to 3n, which gives me 3n as 45, which implies n equal to 15 is the smallest possible value for n. So smallest is 15 and 1. So the smallest possible value of n plus m is equals to 16, which is my answer to this question. Let's look at question number 5. A quadratic equation x squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0 has two real roots. Okay, if the difference between the reciprocal of the root is 1 by 3 and the sum of the reciprocal of the square of the root is 5 by 9, then the largest possible value of b plus c is. Now for the given equation, let's say roots are alpha and beta. So alpha plus beta is nothing but sum of the root minus b upon a is 1, while alpha into beta is equals to c by coefficient of x square, which is 1. So this is given, and now what they've given is nothing but difference of between the reciprocal of the root is 1 by 3. So that means 1 by alpha minus 1 by beta is given as 1 by 3, and sum of the reciprocal square 1 upon alpha square plus 1 upon beta square is equals to 5 by 9. Sorry, it is written as 5 by 9. And now we are supposed to identify maximum value of b plus c, right? Okay. So 1 upon alpha minus 1 upon beta is this, which implies beta minus alpha upon alpha beta equals to 1 by 3, or it implies beta minus alpha equals to alpha beta by 3, which is C by 3. Right. And from this, we can say alpha square plus beta square upon alpha square beta square equals to 5 by 9, which implies alpha square plus beta square is equals to 5 C square by 9. Now from this, first aim is to calculate what could be the possible value of C, right? So from these two, I know beta minus alpha square is equals to beta square plus alpha square minus 2 alpha beta. So beta minus alpha can be replaced with C by 3. So it will be C square by 9 is equals to 5C square by 9 minus 2C. From this, we can say, which can be rewritten as 4C square by 9 minus 2C is equal to 0. From this, we can say if we take C common, so 4C square, 4C by 9 minus 2 is equal to 0, which gives me C will be equals to either 0 or C will be equals to 18 by 4 or 9 by 2. Right, so two possibilities. Now we know the possible value of C. Let's try to identify what could be the possible value of B, which is nothing but this. Now, alpha beta minus alpha square is equals to alpha plus beta square minus 4 alpha beta. So beta minus alpha square is nothing but C square by 9 is equals to B square minus 4C, or B square will be equal to C square by 9 plus 4C. Now, if C equal to 0, B will be equal to 0, and if C is 9 by 2, so B square will be equals to 81 by 4 into 1 by 9 plus 4 into 9 by 2, that is 18, which is coming out to be nothing but 9 9s are, that's gonna be 9 plus 72 by 4, which is 81 by 4 is B square, which implies B is equals to 9 by 2. Because we need to maximize, so we'll take the positive value for this. So B is 9 by 2. This is when C is 9 by 2. So let me write it. If C is 9 by 2, B will be 9 by 2. And if C is 0, B will be 0. If C is equal to 0, B will also be equal to 0. Hence, maximum value of B plus C is equals to 9 by 2 plus 9 by 2, which is equal to 9 is the answer. Let's look at question number 6. The sum of the first two natural numbers, each having 15 factors, including one in number itself, is. Okay, so we're looking at the 15 factor in the smallest natural number, the first two. Right. Now, if the number of factors are 15, we've got two possibilities. One is nothing but number is of the type a to the power p, where a is a prime number and number of factor will be p plus 1. So in that case, p plus 1 is equal to 15, which implies p equals to 14. So one variety of number is going to be a to the power 14, where a is a prime number. The other possibility, if we break 15 as 3 into 5, so therefore I can say number will be made up of two different prime numbers, 8, which implies number of factors will be p plus 1 into q plus 1, that is equals to 15, which gives me P as 2 and Q as 4. So the number will be of the type a square into b to the power 4. Right. Since we're looking out for a smallest number, so if we give, let's say, a equal to 2, the number will become 2 to the power 14. But here, if we give a as 3 and b as 2, because the highest power of b is there, so therefore the smallest number will be nothing but 2 to the power 4 into 3 square, which is coming out to be nothing but 16 into 9, which is 144. Right. So the next smallest number, if we're looking out for, right, so we've got two possibilities to check. One is going to be nothing but n equals to 3 to the power 4 into 2 square, or n equals to 2 to the power 4 into 5 square. So whichever is the smaller value will give me the second smallest natural number, which has exactly 15 factor. So this is coming out to be nothing but 81 into 4, that's going to be nothing but 324. Well, this is coming out to be nothing but 16 into 25, which is coming out to be 400. So the smallest is going to be 324. So therefore, question says sum of the two natural number. So therefore, the first will be 2 to the power 4 into 3 square, which is equals to 144. And the second will be nothing but 2 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 4, which is equals to 324. So the sum will be equals to 468, which is the answer to this question. Let's look at question number 7. Let n be any natural number such that 5 to the power n minus 1 is less than 3 to the power n plus 1. Then the least integer value of m such that satisfy 3 to the power n plus 1 is less than 2 to the power n plus m for each such n. Okay, so we're looking for the least value of m. First of all, let's try and identify this expression is true for what all values of n. Since n is a natural number, right, so 5 to the power n minus 1 less than 3 to the power n plus 1, right? So it will be equals to nothing but put n equals to 1. So it'll come out to be nothing but 5 to the power 0 is less than 3 square. Yes, it is true. Put n equals to 2. 5 to the power 1 is less than 3 cube. Yes, it is 2. Put n equal to 3. 5 square is less than 3 to the power 4. 3 to the power 4 is 81. That is also true. It's 5 square is less than this. Yeah. So for n equals to 4, 5 cube is less than 3 to the power 5. 3 to the power 5 is nothing but 243, and this 125. Yes, it is also true. N is equals to 5. So it'll become 5 to the power 4 less than 3 to the power 6. So 5 to the power 4 is nothing but 625, and 3 to the power 6 is nothing but 27 cube, which is 729. Yes, it is also true. The n equal to 6, 5 to the power 5, and 3 to the power 7. Now 5 to the power 5 is nothing but 3125. That is 625 into 5. While 3 to the power 7 is 729 into 3, which is nothing but 2187. Now this is greater. Hence, now n equal to 6, this is not applicable. So that means I got to know the maximum value of n being a natural number is going to be nothing but 5. Right now, it says the least integral value of m such that satisfy this. So we are looking out for 2 to the power n plus m is greater than 3 to the power n plus 1. So we're looking out for a least value of m, which is an integral one. So I know the maximum value of n is equal to 5. So 2 to the power 5 plus m is greater than 3 to the power 6. Now 3 to the power 6 is 729. We are looking out for 2 to the power 5 plus m. So 2 to the power 10 is 1024. 2 to the power 9 is 512. So that means the power of 2 has to be more than 9. So the minimum value that can be given is going to be nothing but 10. So therefore, I can say 2 to the power 5 plus m has to be equal to 2 to the power 10. Then only it is possible. 2 to the power 9 is not possible, which gives me 5 plus m equal to 10, which implies m equal to 5 is the least integral value for this. Therefore, answer is going to be m equal to 5. Let's look at question number 8. A boat takes 2 hours to travel downstream a river from port A to B and 3 hours to return to port A. Okay. Another boat takes a total of 6 hours to travel from port B to port A and return to port B. Okay. So if the speed of the boat and the river is constant, then the time is taken by slower boat to travel from A to B. Okay. That means, let's say, this is A, this is B, downstream. Let's say speed of the stream is y kilometer per hour. In the first case, speed of the boat is in still water is x kilometer per hour. So downstream net speed will be x plus y, while upstream it will be x minus y. So the distance from A to B is going to be speed into time, and coming back it is speed into time and travel the same distance. Therefore both are equal, which gives me 2x plus 2y is equals to 3x minus 3y. That means x is equals to 5y. So in the first case, speed of the boat is 5 times the speed of the water. So that means downstream speed will be x plus y, which is 6y, right? And upstream it is going to be nothing but 4y. And the total time taken is going to be 2 hours. So therefore 6y into 2, total distance is 12y kilometer. Now, another boat that takes 6 hours to travel from port B to A upstream and return to port B. Speed of the boats and rivers are constant. Let's say speed of the another boat, which is a slower one, is z kilometer per hour is the speed of the other boat. So in coming from B to A, net speed will be z minus y. So total distance is 12y upon z minus y plus 12y upon z plus y. And going from this, and total time taken is 6 hours. From that, y upon z minus y plus y upon z plus y is equals to 1 by 2. And this can also be rewritten as 1 upon z by y minus 1 plus y upon 1 upon z by y plus 1 is equal. Now, put z by y equals to t. So 1 upon t minus 1 plus 1 upon t plus 1 by 2, or 2t upon t square minus 1 equals to 1 by 2, which implies t square minus 4t minus 1 equal to 0, where t is the ratio of the speed of the slower boat to the speed of the stream, right? Now, from this, solving this, 4 plus minus root of p square minus 4 into a into c upon 2a, which is 4 plus root 20 upon 2 plus minus, which is coming out to be 2 plus minus root 5. So 2 minus root 5 is not possible because the ratio cannot be negative. Hence, z upon y is equals to 2 plus root 5, which gives me z is equals to 2 plus root 5 times y. So that means I'm able to identify speed of the slower boat with respect to speed of the stream. Now, question is nothing but time taken by slower boat to travel from A to B downstream, right? So, time taken by slower boat will be equals to 12y the distance upon speed is z plus y, which is equals to 12y upon 2 plus root 5y plus y is 3 plus root 5 into y, which is 12 upon 3 plus root 5. Now rationalizing the denominator, 12 upon 3 plus root 5 9 minus 5, 4, a square minus b square, which gives me 3 into 3 minus root 5, which is the answer to this question. Let's look at question number 9. The population of town in 2020 was 100,000. The population decreased by y% from year to 20 to 21 and increased by x% from 21 to 22, where x and y are two natural numbers. If the population in 2022 was greater than the population to 2020 and the difference between x and y is 10, then the lowest possible population of the town in 21. Okay, so earlier it was 100,000. Now it decreases by y%, then increases by x%. This is, and I want now the final population has to be greater than 100. So that means we are looking out for overall change to be a positive one. The net change is going to be nothing but there has to be some increase in that. Now, and they have also given that the value of difference between x and y is 10. So now the moment I say decrease is y%, and then we need to increase from the decreased value by x% in order to make a value to be this. Hence I can straight away say x has to be greater than y. Now best possible way is nothing but just to play with the option, right? So now they're asking lowest population in 2021. So out of the 4 options, let's start with the lowest value. Let's say 72,000, right? So when 72,000 population is there in the town 2021, so that means it is 72,000. So there has to be a decrease of 28% that. So that means if y is 28, so obviously x has to be 10 more. X has to be 10 more in terms of magnitude. So therefore it has to be 38%, right? So now 2 ways. One, increase 38% from that and see whether it is coming out to be more than 100,000 or not. Or let's identify what is the net change. So net change will be equals to minus 28 plus 38 minus 28 into 38 by 100. It's coming out to be nothing but 10 minus, so 28 into 38 is 24, 1064 upon 100 is going to be 10.64, which is negative. Hence, file will not be there. So therefore, 72,000 is not a possible value. Next will be nothing but putting 73,000. In that case, the decrease is going to be 27%. So in that case, increase will be nothing but 37%. Let's identify the net change. So 27 plus 37 minus 27 into 37 upon 100. That's going to be 10 minus 37 into 27 is 27 sevens are 189. 27 threes are 81 plus 89, 99 upon 100, which is coming out to be nothing but 10 minus 9.99, which is greater than 0. Hence, 73 is the answer, which is satisfying it. So best way is to play with the option. We can make an equation and do it, but then that's the best possible way. Let's look at question number 10. Rahul, Rakshita and Gurmeet working together would have taken more than 7 days to finish a job. Okay. On the other hand, Rahul and Gurmeet working together would have taken less than 15 days to finish the job. However, they all worked together for 6 days, followed by Rakshita, who worked alone for 3 more days to finish the job. If Rakshita had worked alone the job, then the time would have taken. Okay, right. So just going by statement, it says Rakshita, Rahul, and Gurmeet working together would have taken more than 7 days. Let's say Rakshita complete the task in X days, Rahul in X days, Rakshita in Y, and Gurmeet in Z days to complete the task. So would have taken more than 7 days. That means in one day they will do less than 1/7 of the work. So therefore, 1 by X plus 1 by Y plus 1 by Z, their one day's work is less than 1 by 7. On the other hand, Rahul and Gurmeet, okay, working together would have taken less than 15 days. So that means every day they are doing more than 1 by 15th of the work. And means 1 by X plus 1 by Z is greater than 1 by 15. Right. Now, however, they all work together for 6 days, followed by Rakshita, who worked alone for 3 more days to finish the job. That means the total work is done in this span of time. So that means according to this statement, they all work for 6 days, 6 by X plus 6 by Y plus 6 by Z plus Rakshita work for 3 more days plus 3 by Y is the total work. That is equal to 1 because in the fractional approach, we assume total work equal to 1. Hence, from this, we got to know, and I'm supposed to identify what cannot be the possible value of Y. Now, I know 1 upon X plus 1 upon Y is equal to, let's try and write it. So 6 upon X plus 6 upon Y plus 6 upon Z is equals to 1 minus 3 by Y. Right? Now, since 1 upon X plus 1 upon Y plus 1 upon Z is less than 1 by 7, so it can also be written as 6 by X plus 6 by Y plus 6 by Z is less than 6 by 7. Hence, this value is less than 6 by 7, which is less than 6 by 7. So from this, I got to know 1 minus 3 by Y is less than 6 by 7. From this, 1 minus 6 by 7 is less than 3 by Y. So 3 by Y is greater than 1 by 7, which implies Y is less than 21. Now, Y means Rakshita cannot complete in a time which is 21 or more. It has to be less than 21. So cannot be 21, cannot be the answer. Hence, this is the answer. Let's look at question number 11. There are 3 persons A, B, C in a room. If a person D joins the room, the average weight of the person in the room reduces by X kg. Instead of D, if a person E joins the room, the average weight of the person in the room increases by 2x kg. If the weight of E is 12 kg more than the weight of that of D, then the value of X is, right? So let's say the earlier average for ABC is Y kg. So average of ABC is Y kg. So therefore A plus B plus C upon 3 is Y, which gives me A plus B plus C is equals to 3Y. Now, when the D joins, so now the average reduces by X kg. So therefore, A plus by 4 is equals to Y minus X. which gives me a plus b plus c plus d equals to 4y minus 4x. While if E joins, then a plus b plus c plus e by 4 is equals to y plus 2x. So therefore, a plus b plus c plus e is equals to 4y plus 8x. And the difference between a plus b plus c plus d and a plus b plus c plus e is 12. As they mentioned that weight of E is 12 kg, more than that. So therefore, I can say, if I say that equation 1 and that equation 2, so 2 minus 1 will give me E minus D, because the rest will cancel, is equals to 4y plus 8x minus 4y minus 4x, which is coming out with 12x equals to 12, which implies x equal to 1. That's my answer. Let's look at question number 12. A merchant purchases a cloth at a rate of rupees 100 per meter and receives 5 centimeter length of the cloth free for every 100 centimeter length of the cloth purchased by him. He sells the same cloth at a rate of 110 per meter, but cheats his customer by giving 95 centimeter of a cloth for every 100 centimeter length of the cloth purchased by the customer. If the merchant provides a 5% discount, the resulting profit earned by him is, in terms of percentage, we are supposed to calculate. Okay. Now, best way to solve these kind of questions will be nothing but, let's assume that cost of the cloth is rupees 100 per 100 centimeter. So when he purchases, he's getting 5 centimeter free for every 100 centimeter. That means by paying rupees 100, he's able to get 105 centimeter. So cost price per unit centimeter is equals to 100 upon 105, which is equals to rupees 20 by 21. So this is the cost per centimeter. Let's try and identify the selling price per centimeter. So while selling, he is giving 95 centimeter. The price is 110 per 100 centimeter per meter, and is also giving a discount of 5 centimeter. So that means he is giving a discount of 5% on that. So that means he's charging 95% of 110, which is coming out to be nothing but 5% less. That is coming out to be 104.5 rupees, and he is giving 95 centimeter because he's cheating the customer by not giving the 100 centimeter. So 95 centimeter is given for rupees 104.5. Hence, selling price per centimeter while selling is equals to this, and it is coming out to be nothing but 19 5s of 95, 19 5s are 95, then we've got 19 5s are 95, which is coming out to be nothing but 11 by 10. It's coming out to be nothing but 11 by 10. So that means selling price per centimeter is rupees this. So in order to identify the profit, I know multiplying factor, which is SP upon CP. That's going to be nothing but 11 by 10 upon 20 by 21, which is equals to 11 by 10 into 21 by 20, which is 231 upon 200, which is coming out to be nothing but 1.155. is the multiplying factor, which gives me that 15.5% profit. Hence option number 4 is the answer. Let's look at question number 13. Anil mixes cocoa with sugar in the ratio 3:2 to prepare a mixture A, and coffee with sugar in the ratio 7:3 to prepare mixture B. He combines mixture A and B in the ratio 2:3 to make a new mixture C. Okay. If he mixes C with an equal amount of milk to make a drink, then percentage of sugar in the drink will be. Okay. So we are looking out for percentage of drink in the entire mixture, which is obtained by mixing A and B along with equal amount of milk. Okay. So A is 3:2. That is nothing but cocoa is to sugar, while B is coffee is to sugar. Mixing the ratio of this, and we're taking that, mixing them A and B in the ratio 2:3, right? Let's say we have taken 2 liter of this A and 3 liter of B. Since we are talking about only sugar's percentage, so the amount of sugar in A, if we take 2 liter, will be 2/5 of 2, which is 4/5 liter. While in the B, it is going to be 3/10 of 3, which is coming out to be nothing but 9/10. So in total, amount of sugar will be 4/5 liter, which is equals to 0.8 plus 0.9, which is equals to 1.7 liter in a volume of 5 liter, which is obtained by mixing 2 liter and 3 liter of A and B. Now, same amount of milk is added to this. So the addition of milk will not change the volume of sugar. So therefore, volume of sugar will still be 1.7 liter, but the total volume of the mixture is 10 liter now, because 5 liter of milk is added. So percentage of sugar will be 1.7 upon 10 into 100, which is coming out to be 17% in the mixture. That's how we can take this. Let's look at question number 14. A fruit seller has a stock of mangoes, bananas, and apples with at least one fruit of each type. At the beginning of a day, the number of mangoes makes up 40% of the stock. That day, he sells half of the mangoes, 96 bananas, and 40% of the apples. Okay. At the end of the day, he ends up selling 50% of the fruits. Okay. So total sale is 50%. The smallest possible total number of fruits in the basket at the beginning of the day is, let us say, number of mangoes are M, number of bananas is P, and number of apples are A, right? And the total is going to be X. So one fruit of each kind. At the beginning of a day, the number of mangoes makes up 40% of the stock. So basically M is 2/5 of the total. So therefore B plus A is equal to 3/5 of the total. And I know M plus B plus A is equals to MBA is X. Okay. Now what he has done is nothing but he sells half of the mangoes. Okay, that means 50% of the mangoes is sold, 96 bananas, and 40% of the apples. So what he has done is nothing but he has sold, at the end of the day, he ends up selling 50%. Okay. So that means what he sold is this M/2 plus 96 bananas plus 40% of the apples. that is 2 by 5. And this is equal to total 50%. The entire fruits is equals to m by 2 plus b by 2 plus a by 2. So that means 50% of the fruits. So from this we can see m by 2 will get cancel each other, and therefore I end up getting b by 2 plus a by 2 minus 2 by 5a is equals to 96. The LCM is 10. 5b plus 5a minus 4a is equal to 96. That means 5b plus a is equals to 960. Right. So 5b plus a equals to 960. That's the equation. Okay. So my aim is to identify what is the minimum possible value of x, which is m plus b plus a. And a person has bought at least one fruit of each kind. Now look out for, because banana and apple cannot be in fraction, look out for their integral solution. Let me write it. 5b plus a is equal to 960. Now, since 960 is a multiple of 5, so if I put a equal to 0, b will become nothing but 5 ones are 5, 5 nines are 45, 192 and 0. Okay. I know at least one fruit, therefore a cannot be 0. The next possible value for a will be 5. And in that case, b will reduce by 1, which is 195. Okay. And similarly, we can move forward for 10 and 190 and so on and so forth. Now, total number of fruits will be m plus b plus a. And I know b plus a is 3/5 of x. Now we can also say that means x equal to 5 by 3 of a plus b. Right. So if we take, and I know every value has to be 0. So m comma b comma a has to be greater than 0. So this is ruled out. If you take this, so in that case, total fruit will become 5 by 3 into a plus b. 196 is not a multiple of 3, hence it is not possible. 5 by 3 into 200 is not a multiple. Next will be 189 and 15. And in that case, 5 by 3 into 204. 204, 786 is a multiple. So 3 6 18 to 3 8 24. 5 into 68 is 340. So that means minimum number, smallest possible value of the fruit is going to be 340. Right. So that's how we can solve and get the answer to this question. Let's look at question number 15. Gautam and Suhani working together can finish a job in 20 days. If Gautam does only 60% of his usual work on a day, Suhani must do 150% of her usual work on that day to exactly make up for it. Okay. So then the number of days required by a faster worker to complete the job working alone is, okay, right? So total the time taken is 20 days. Let's say Gautam's 1 day work is equals to x units, while Sohani's 1 day work is y units. So work done per day is equals to x plus y. Now, according to question, they're saying if Gautam does 60% of the work in 1 day, that means 0.6x, then Suhani must do 150%. That means Suhani will do 1.5y, 50% more work to make up for it. That means it is as good as x plus y. So from this I can say 0.5y is equals to 0.4x, or we can say x upon y is equals to 5 upon 4. That means the work done per day by x and y is in the ratio 5:4. Let us assume that now x equals to 5 units, if then y is equals to 4 units. So work done per day is equals to 9 units. Time taken is equals to 20 days. So total work is equals to 20 into 9, which is 180 units. Now the number of days required by the faster worker. So faster out of these two is nothing but Gautam, because he does 5 units per day. Right. So therefore, time taken by Gautam is equals to 180 upon 5, which is equal to 36 days, which is the answer to this question. We could have assumed it 50-40 per day work and then do it, but that would have been lengthy. So this is the better way of approaching it. Let's look at question number 16. The number of coins collected per week by two coin collectors A and B are in the ratio 3:4. If the total number of coins collected by A in 5 weeks is a multiple of 7, and the total number of coins collected by B in 3 weeks is a multiple of 24, the minimum possible number of coins collected by A in 1 week is. So the ratio is given 3:4. So that means, let's say A and B, it is given 3:4. Therefore, let's say 3x and 4x collected per week. A in 5 weeks is equals to 15x. That is a multiple of 7. B in 3 weeks, that is a multiple of 24. So from this, for A, it's a multiple of 7, 15 not a multiple of 7. So therefore, from this x should be, x is 7 or multiple of that. From this, x is a 2 or multiple of 2. Since x is same for this, so therefore I want that to be a multiple of 7 as well as 2, which gives me multiple of 14. So the minimum possible value x is 14. So question says minimum number of coins collected by A in 1 week. So number of coin collected by A in 1 week is 3x. Hence it is 3 into 14, which is 42 is the minimum number of coin collected by A per week, which is the answer. Let's look at question number 17. A rectangle with the largest possible area is drawn inside a semicircle of radius 2 centimeter. Then the ratio of the length of the largest to the smallest side of this rectangle is. Let us say this is the semicircle with radius 2 centimeter. Now, going by symmetry, if we draw a rectangle, say this is the rectangle, this is the center, let's say this is O, and this radius is given as 2. So by symmetry, let's say if this is length and let's name it as A, B, C, and D. So I know OB and OA are equal. So assume that the entire breadth is 2B. So length is L. The entire breadth is going to be 2B. So therefore area will be 2B into L, which is 2LB. So I need to maximize this, right? Now join O to C. OC is the radius, hence it is 2 centimeter. OB is B and BC is same as L. So I can straight away say L square plus B square is equals to 2 square, which is 4. L square plus B square is equals to 4. That is there. And using AM greater than equal to GM, we can straight away say that L into B is maximum when both L square and B square are same. So L square equals to 2 is equal to B square, which implies L equals to B equals to root 2. Now, if LB is maximum, then twice of this is also maximum. So for maximum to LB, so length is root 2 and breadth of this is DC, which is 2B, which is coming out to be nothing but 2 root 2. The question says ratio of the length of the largest to the smallest side. So largest is 2 root 2, smallest is root 2. So ratio of 2B is to L is equals to 2 root 2 is to root 2, which is 2 is to 1 is the answer. We could have taken DC as B only and then we would have done B by 2, B by 2. But just to avoid fraction, this is slightly better way of interpreting it. Hence, option number 4 is the answer. Let's look at question number 18. Let triangle ABC be an isosceles triangle such that AB and AC are of equal length. AD is altitude from A on BC and B is altitude of B on AC. Okay, let's make the figure. ABC is in AD is an altitude from A on BC. Since AB is an isosceles triangle, so AD will divide into equal part. Okay. BE is an altitude from B on AC. So that's mean an altitude. BC. If AD and BE intersect at point O, so two altitude intersect, okay, such that AOB is 105, then AD upon BE. Okay. Now, since point O is the intersection point of two altitude AD and BE, so therefore third altitude will also pass through that point, and therefore O is nothing but the orthocenter. And since O is the orthocenter, so we know that angle AOB and angle C are supplementary to each other, because I know in the case of an triangle with orthocenter there's a relation. So therefore I end up getting that angle ACB is equals to 180 minus 105, which is 75. If this is 75, this angle will be 15. Right. Now we're supposed to identify what is the relation between this. And option says cos, all 15 is there, right? So AD upon B is something we need to calculate. So if I take a triangle ADC, right? Now this angle is 15 degree and we want AD in this. So therefore we'll say cos 15 is equals to base, which is AD upon hypotenuse, which is AC. Right. And the other thing we need is nothing but BE. So BE is there in triangle ABE. Now, if this angle is 15, because this triangle is isosceles triangle, so we can straight away say this will also be 15 and this will also be 75. So now in triangle ABE, we want BE, therefore sine 30 is equals to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, which is AB, right? And sine 30 is equals to nothing but 1 by 2. Hence we can say AB is equals to 2BE, right? So BE will be equals to AB by 2, or we can say this is equals to AC by 2 also, as AB and AC are same because it's an isosceles triangle, right? So I know the length of BE, which is AC by 2, and from this equation length of AD is equals to nothing but AC cos 15. Right, so I know AC and I know BE. The question says AD upon BE. Hence, AD upon BE will be equals to AC cos 15 upon AC by 2, which is equals to AC and AC will cancel, and we end up getting 2 cos 15, which is the answer to this question. Question number 19. In a regular polygon, any interior angle exceeds the exterior angle of a by 120 degree, then the number of diagonals of this polygon is. We know that in a regular polygon or every polygon, interior angle plus exterior angle is equals to 180 degree, and interior minus exterior is 120, which gives me that subtracting second from the first, so twice of exterior angle is equals to 60. So exterior angle is equals to 30 degree. Now we know that exterior angle is equal to 30 degree. Hence, central angle is also 30 degree. Therefore, number of sides is equals to 360 by central angle, which is equals to 12. So therefore, this polygon will have 12 sides. Now, if there are 12 sides, so number of diagonals is equals to n into n minus 3 by 2, which is nothing but nc2 minus n. We can directly also write it, which gives me 12 into 9 upon 2, which is 54 is my answer. We can also do it using the other approach wherein internal angle is equals to 150 degree and one internal angle is equals to this, and then we can identify each internal angle in a regular polygon is equals to nothing but sum of angles divided by n, which gives me the answer, and based on that also, right? So either ways we can do this. Let's look at question number 20. The value of 1 plus 1 plus 1 by 3 into 1 by 4 plus 309 is sum of infinite term. Okay. So it's 1 plus all this. So what we'll do, nothing but we'll calculate this sum separately, and we'll add 1 to this in order to get the answer, right? So it is like, I mean, if I say this is my first term, this is my second term, third term, so fourth. So first term will have 1 upon 4, second term will have 1 upon 4 square, third term will have 1 upon 4 cube. So if we talk about what is the nth term of this, Tn, that will be equals to, in the first term we have got 1 plus 1 by 3, 1 plus 1 by 3 is 1 by 3 square, 1 plus 1 by 3, 1 by 3 square, 1 by 3 cube, third term. So therefore it will be nothing but 1 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 square plus 1 by 3 cube, and so on and so forth till 1 by 3 to the power n. Because in the third term we got 3 cube last term, 3 square in the second, and that into 1 by 4 to the power n. So that is the nth term of this Tn. Right. So the value inside a bracket is nothing but a geometric progression with first term is 1 upon 3 to the power 0. The last term is 1 upon 3 to the power n. We've got n plus 1 terms in that. And the sum of these n plus 1 terms. So we know the formula for sum of n terms of GP is a into 1 minus r to the power n upon 1 minus r. This is sum of n terms. So here we've got n plus 1 term. So therefore the sum will be nothing but first term is 1 upon 3 to the power 0, which is 1, into 1 minus r to the power n plus 1 upon 1 minus r, because we've got n plus 1 terms. And this into 1 by 4 to the power n. And the value of common ratio is 1 by 3. So it's going to be 1 minus 1 by 3 to the power n plus 1 upon 1 minus 1 by 3 into 1 upon 4 to the power n, which can also be rewritten as denominator is going to be 2 by 3, or we can write it as 3 by 2 into 1 minus 1 upon 3 to the power n plus 1 into 1 upon 4 to the power n. That is the value of Tn. Now what we are supposed to do is nothing but sum of infinite term for this. Right. Now if Tn is there, so sum of infinite term we need to calculate. Just simplify this Tn. 3 by 2 to 1 upon 4 to the power n minus 3 by 2 into 1 upon 3 to the power n plus 1 into 1 upon 4 to the power n, which is nothing but 3 by 2 into 1 upon 4 to the power n minus this 3 will cancel and we end up getting 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 3 to the power n into 4 to the power n. Right. So simplified form of Tn. Now if we need to identify, if I look at the first, that's an infinite progression with a common ratio 1 by 4, is an infinite progression with common ratio as 1 by 12. So now solving these two separately, so let's say this is Pn and this is Qn. Okay, so for Pn, sum of infinite term is equals to P infinity is equals to, this is A upon 1 minus R, where A is equals to 1 by 4 and common ratio is also 1 by 4, which is coming out to be 3 by 2 into 1 by 4 upon 1 minus 1 by 4, which is coming out to be nothing but 1 by 4 and 3 by 4, which is coming out to be 1 by 2. So that is sum of infinite term of P. Similarly, when you look at Q, and I need to identify Qn is equals to 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 12 to the power n, which is 1 upon 12 plus 1 upon 12 square. So the infinite term, so it's going to be nothing but again A upon R. So A is 1 by 12 upon 1 minus 1 by 12, which is 1 by 2 into 1 by 11. So that is coming out to be nothing but 1 by 22. So P infinity is 1 by 2. Q infinity is 1 by 22. So therefore, sum of infinite term will be equals to, which is coming out to be nothing but 11 minus 1, which is 10 by 22 or 5 by 11. So that means sum of all these terms is equals to 5 by 11. Hence the total sum will be equals to 1 plus 5 by 11, which is 16 by 11 is my answer. So breaking that into two infinite geometric progression and then solving it. So as we did Qn, similarly I've written for P infinity, which is A upon 1 minus R. Let's look at question number 21. Let An equals to 46 plus 8n and Bn equals to 98 plus 4n be the two sequences of natural number, n less than 100. Then the sum of all terms common to both the sequence is, right? So that means An is given as 46 plus 8n. So the first term A1 will be 46 plus 8, which is equals to 54. A2 will be 8 more. It's an AP with a common difference 8 will be 62 and so on and so forth. And A100, because n is nothing but less than equal to 100. So A100 is going to be nothing but 846. Similarly, if we talk about B, so Bn is equals to 98 plus 4n. So B1 is coming out to be 98 plus 4, which is 102. B2 will be 4 more, 106, and so on and so forth. B100 is equals to nothing but 498. So that means we know the last term for both An and Bn. Now we are looking at a number of common terms and the sum of those. So I know common term we need to look at till 498, right? Now, since the series start from 102, 106, and so on and so forth with a gap of 4, so let's identify which term of An will be first common with P1. So I want 46 plus 8n. Is it possible that it will make it 102 is the first common term, right? If I equate it, so 8n is coming out to be nothing but 102 minus 46, which is 56. So n equal to 7. Okay. So here A7 is the first term, which is 102. That is common with this, right? Which is equal to B1. Now the next term after this will be nothing but 110, which is going to be B3. So that means B1 is in common with the An, then it is B3, then it is B5, and so on and so forth, because I know it is moving with the gap of 8, it is 4. So after every alternate term, there'll be a common term, right? So and so on and so forth. So the last common term will be nothing but 99. 99. So from this, I get to know there are 50 common terms which are there in this. So what we need is nothing but to find the sum of all 50. The first common term is going to be nothing but 102. Next, it is going to be 110. Then it is going to be 118 and so on and so forth. So these are nothing but common terms which are there, right? So sum of 50 common terms is something we need to calculate, and that sum will be nothing but 50 by 2 into 2a plus 49 into t, right? So that is the formula for Sn, which is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into t. We could have also identified this sum by knowing the last term. So B 99, we need to calculate B 100 is 498. So B 99 is equals to nothing but 494, which is the penultimate term of the series. And I could have also done that sum is equals to n by 2 into first term plus the last term, which is giving me nothing but 50 by 2 into 102 plus 494, which is 50 by 2 into 596, right? Which can also be rewritten as, just to simplify, 596 into 100 by 4, which is 59600 by 4, which is coming out to be nothing but 4 ones are 4, 4 fours are 16, 4 nines are 36, 14,900. We can directly do it. So just try to make numerator as a multiple of 10 so that it will be easy to work with. Question number 22. Suppose f of xy is a real value function such that f of 3x plus 2y comma 2x minus 5 is 19x for all real number xy. The value of x for which is 27 is, right? Okay. So it is given that f of 3x plus 2y and 2x minus 5y is equals to 19. Let 3x plus 2y is 19 is equals to a, and 2x minus 5y is equals to b. That means f of a b is equals to 19x. Now aim is to write now x in terms of a and b so that I'll be able to identify that relation f of a b is equals to how much of a and b in the mathematical operation, right? So from this, try and calculate the value of x by eliminating y. So if we multiply this equation with 5 and this equation with 2 and add these two, so y will get cancelled, and therefore once you solve it, 5 to the 15 plus 4, 19x is equals to 5a plus 2b. So that means this 19x can be directly replaced with 5a plus 2b. Hence we got to know f of ab is equals to 5 times of a plus 2 times of b, right? Now f of x comma 2x will be nothing but 5 times of x plus 2 times of 2xb, which is coming out with 9x, which is given as 27, which gives me the value of x will be 27 by 9. That is equal to 3. Is the answer to this question.